welcome to Yoga with Shan. 2 days practice, we will be working on our core and our balance, two things that are really important when you are spending time on the snow, but also in day-to-day life. In particular, with regards to our balance postures, we'll be looking at stilling the mind, really quietening down our mind, being present, and in that way we can really take the most from these postures when our fine twitch muscles really start to work in our ankles and our calves, around our Achilles. That's when we're going to bring flexibility into those areas and really stop any injury this season. So if you come and stand with me in Tadasana in our mountain pose in our beautiful mountains, bring your big toes together, just come forwards, lift your heels, back again on your toes. Let's take a rock here. Take those heels apart and then lift your toes. Feel those arches engage, draw up through the quads, send those sit bones down, elongate the spine, shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, those shoulder blades come together, relax them down, take your hands down. Just close your eyes, and with your eyes closed, bring your attention to your breath. So taking a deep inhalation all the way down through your spine, right down as if to your abdomen. And exhaling, feeling those rib cage, the ribs come together, your chest drop. Just notice your resting breath. Taking one more deep inhalation as if to your abdomen, the rib cage rises, chest rises. Exhale as if from your abdomen, rib cage lowers, chest lowers. On your next inhalation, just slowly move your weight slightly forward on your toes. Keep your eyes closed here, and then rock your weight back onto your heels. And this is really just starting to wake up not only the lower part of your legs, but also connecting your brain through to this region, that you are doing this with your eyes closed. And you're really having to use a lot of different senses that you're not normally using. And then you can come back to rest and stillness. Keep your gaze low or eyes closed. Inhale your arms up, overhead, taking hold of your hands, sending those hands up high. Turning the palms to face the sky, feeling those shoulder blades come together. And then exhaling your arms back down again. Inhaling your arms back up again. And then this time catch hold of your wrist, your left wrist with your right hand. And just take that elongation through the whole left side of your body, over to the right, really pressing into that left foot so that you're stretching all the way down that whole left side. And then inhale back to center. Change the grip of your hands, grasping hold of your wrist. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, dropping over to the left. Just feeling that opening through your armpit, your hip flexor, pressing down into that right foot. And then inhaling yourself back to center and bringing your arms down. Then we are just going to take a moment to move the weight onto our right foot. So let's lift through these right toes and then press them down very firmly into the mat. And again, you can lift through that heel just to feel that whole foot. Take your whole focus to that right foot and then draw your left knee up towards you. Take your drusti to somewhere that you know you are going to be comfortable, maintaining it for a little while whilst we work on these balancing postures, which are also going to be opening up this whole quadricep and our hip flexor region. So hugging that knee in and then just gently moving it behind you, and as you draw that heel to your sit bone, you can raise your right arm up and relax those shoulders, pressing firmly down through that right foot, through those toes, through that heel. Engage your quad on your right foot as you're opening through that quad on your left leg. Lovely. One more deep breath in here. And exhaling, letting that knee come forwards, giving it another hug. And then we're going to take it out to the left side. Again, just pausing here to do a body scan. Really pressing through that right foot. Engaging your right glute. You can bring your arm up. Take it out to the right side. Maintain your drusti. Breathing deep, really opening through this left hip flexor. Drawing those shoulder blades together and then bringing it back to center. Let's take this leg over our right leg, bending through that right leg. Tuck that left foot right around. Bring your arms up to the sides. Feed your left arm underneath and wrap those hands together, pressing the palms together. Lift up through the elbows. Take a deep breath in and drop through those sit bones as you slowly fold yourself forwards into our eagle. And just enjoy the sensation of being this tight little package. Abdomen has met your thighs. The upside, the top side of your left foot is meeting with your calf, and then slowly pressing up as if you're a tree slowly growing. Unwrap yourself as you rise. Slowly take the arms out wide and then come forwards into your aeroplane pose. And here again you can really start this, feel this right leg starting to work, and take your arms alongside you, palms facing your body, really engaging that right leg. You can point through this left toe as you come back, bend through that right leg, draw your knee back and give it one final hug, and then just lower that foot down. And you can take a moment here just to drop through each hip. I'll just lift up my jumper. It's chilling out here now because of the winter is arriving, so I'm having to wear more layers, I'm afraid. But you can just see lifting each foot, walking it out, really relaxing into the straight leg, dropping into that hip flexor area. And then coming to rest, back in stillness. Close your eyes, take your hands to heart center, deep inhale. And slowly open your eyes. Taking your weight onto your left foot, lift those toes, press firmly into those toes, lift that heel, take your mind's eye to that foot. That is your platform, that foot. And then slowly draw that right knee up towards you. Give it a really firm hug in tight here. And then slide that foot back so that your heel comes to touch your glute. And you're really opening. If you focus on opening across this clavicle area and drawing that elbow behind you, then you get more of an opening through both your quad and your whole chest area. And then slowly rising this left arm up. And we do wobble. But that's okay, because we're human. Two more breaths. And then slowly releasing that knee, bringing it forwards, giving it another hug. And then taking it into your right hand and out to the side. You'll find that you are much more open on one side than the other. And just be kind to yourself. Just acknowledge it. Breathing deep into that hip region. And then slowly bringing that knee back to center, taking it down and hooking it, oh, she's wobbling, back around the left calf. Tuck it along, just nudge it in there and bring those arms up, eagle arms. Take a deep breath in and slowly feed them together. Take that right hand underneath, press the palms together, draw up through those elbows, and slowly lower yourself into this beautiful eagle. Focus on your breath. And then unraveling yourself, coming back up and taking yourself forwards through into your airplane, arms back. Two more breaths. And then slowly bring that foot forwards. Gonna give it one last hug. And let her down slowly. It wasn't so slow there, was it? And coming back, just closing your eyes. Hands to heart center. And the concentration that it takes your mind when it comes to focusing on these postures is just so good for every part of your body. It's a meditation through movement. And so now we will take ourselves down to our squat position. So if you take we're going to come into Bakasana, which is crow. And this one takes a bit of practice. So what's really nice, I just have to find some even ground here, is that this one, if you take your toes out to the edge of the mat and then you come into a squat position, just pause here first and take your elbows into your knees and press them apart, and just take your eyes closed. Use this moment again to really ground yourself. Breathing deep, exhale, and then bringing your hands forwards. We're going to come onto our toes and send our tail up into the air. Now, first of all, before you go into this one, if you just want to practice coming up onto one toe and then down, come back up onto lifting your left toe and down, and just get used to that sensation, and then you can come and lift up through your sit bones and lower back down again. And then it's just a matter of time and practice and taking your gaze forwards to get into your crow. And this is a great core strengthener as well as working on the arms. And then slowly come out of it and then come to rest in your child's pose. And then slowly rising back up again. And then we will try coming into our side crow. Again, I need to find a flat spot. So in side crow, you take yourself, your elbows are tucking in tight to this hip region and just back from your knee. And then you lean yourself sideways, take your weight, so your elbow is really pressing into that knee, and into the hip area, and then you come sideways and you take your knees and your feet off and just pause here and then come back down and slowly take it over to the other side. Again, just keep your gaze sideways. Focus on one spot. And just take it off a tiny way. And those are really good positions just to practice whenever you get the chance, in the lounge, wherever is good for you, but always make sure that you keep your gaze forward and that you have something, cushions in front of you in case you fall forwards. So now we're going to move to our core, and I am going to just take off one layer so that I can move the microphone sideways. So you take this opportunity while I'm doing this just to get yourself comfortable, to take yourself into Dandasana, our staff pose. So taking your legs out in front of you, just shift the flesh from your sit bones to either side, and then really draw those toes back towards you. Press your calves into the mat. Take your hands on either side of your sit bones. Draw those shoulders back together. And draw your spine long. Take a moment here. As you exhale, draw that navel to spine. Drop through the rib cage. And then we are slowly Going to bend our knees and come back to rest just with our feet, our calves running parallel to the mat. And if you just want to hold it there for a moment, or you can bring your arms up and we can just hold, and we're going to pulse 20 times. So if we drop back and you're exhaling as you're coming back up, tiniest little movements. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then drop your feet and slowly roll yourself down. Draw those knees into your chest. Just hug them tight. Rock them from side to side. And then take your hands underneath your head and keep your legs. I have to just shift down because I am on an uneven part here. Take your, that's better, legs so that they are this time, if you're in a room, you're going to have it so that your toe is pointing at the join in the room where the ceiling wall meets the ceiling. So take a deep breath in here, and then take that left leg, take your right arm over to your left knee, and then your left arm to your right. Exhale. Exhale, we'll do 20 of these again, really drawing that abdomen in. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And lower down. Slowly cycle your legs down and then take them flat. Just let your feet fall out to either side for a moment. Take your arms overhead, stretch from your toes to your fingertips. And then relaxing back, bringing your knees in towards your chest and just rolling over to this right side. We will take those legs out in front again and then draw this right knee in towards you. Take it over the left leg and then take this right arm out in front and slowly rotate your right hand round behind you and tuck it in tight. And then inhale that left arm high and exhale, take it over this right knee. Now in this one, the release comes on your exhalation as your gaze goes over this shoulder, inhaling your spine long, exhaling, gaze over right shoulder, keeping your left leg active. Draw those toes towards you. In this posture as well, it's really nice to take your eyes for a bit of a walk. You can take them further than the rotation of your body. Just lengthen those muscles. So inhale, spine long, exhale, navel to spine. Inhale, releasing that left hand. And exhale, drop yourself over to the left. Kiss the mat with your forehead. Press yourself back up again, coming back into your seated posture, our staff pose. Spine is long, drawing this left leg long in towards you. Inhale, spine long. Take your left foot over your right leg. Left arm goes long out in front. Taking your gaze, following those fingers around to tuck right into your sacrum. And then inhale your right arm high. Exhale, drop it over your left knee. Inhale, spine long. Exhale, take that rotation around, keeping your gaze over your left shoulder. Again, just taking those eyes for a walk. Draw your right toe towards you. Tuck that chin a little bit so that the back of your neck stays long. Pressing firmly through the big toe of your left foot into the mat. And then inhaling this right leg high, right arm high. Exhale, derotating down, forehead kisses the earth, and you come back to center, taking that leg long. This time inhaling that right leg long again. Take that right arm long, and this time taking it so that your palm is facing the back. Just drop that behind you. Then you can extend out through this left arm, rotate it around, and just take your gaze forward for a moment whilst you really draw your mind's eye to engaging that left foot. Toes are coming towards you. Bring that right knee to hug against the body in that armpit, and then just taking your gaze so that it's going underneath that left armpit. Just making sure that at no time does your right knee fall out to the side. One more deep breath in. Exhale, navel to spine, and then slowly rotate yourself back around again. Hands beside your hips, draw your spine long. Slide that right foot back along the mat, both toes towards you. Draw this left leg along the mat, taking your left arm long and tucking it around the back. And you can use a sock or a strap here if your hands don't meet. Again, just taking a moment to look forwards, tuck that chin, and just take your gaze back under your armpit to the top of your mat. Really work as well, drawing that left knee in towards your body. Keeping that right foot flexed. This one is so fabulous for opening between these shoulder blades, where we just get so tight and hold so much tension, and then we get the neck problems. That can stop us sleeping, and then we generally feel rotten. Two more breaths. And then just releasing your arms, coming back to center. Let's just take our bend in our knees here, and then drawing the arms long and up high. Inhale, slowly coming forwards to halfway. Lay your rib cage on your thighs. Inhale. Exhale, fold the rest of the way. Wait until your hands have met up with your toes, and then you can slowly straighten those legs to where you feel is comfortable. So then you really, any twinges in your lower back, you must keep these legs straight. But once you get to here, keep that cobra back for a little while, so you are maintaining your gaze over your toes. Inhale deep, and then as you exhale, use your elbows to help pull yourself forwards. Inhaling deep, exhale, dropping back down and just relaxing through this whole upper thoracic spine region. Use those elbows as your weight to really open your wings. And every exhalation, just let yourself fall deep into this. And inhale, slowly, slowly bending those knees again, coming forwards with your arms, knees are bent, and coming up, arms are back down beside you. And then coming to rest in we're going to spin our feet so that our left heel is resting in our midline, and we really want our knees here to be in one line. So just shift yourself around. I'm dusting off all the fur from the exterior here, and draw your spine long and just focus for a moment on really pressing through both those sit bones. Your neck is long, your chin is dropping, and then let yourself come back and slowly lower down here onto your forearms. Inhaling deep into the belly, exhale, let that belly fall. And then just press up through the chest as you draw your shoulder blades together. And then if you can come down further, just coming to where is comfortable. But I like to run a block down my back so that I can really feel support in there. And you can rest yourself on this as you lower yourself down, and even make sure you have your pillows here. This is a really slow entry one, so what we're aiming to do is eventually be able to lie flat. But until you can get to that position, make sure you support yourself the whole way, and you can take your hands overhead and just let them fall apart in cactus arms. This is a beautiful opening pose. Breathing deep into your abdomen, and as you exhale, just drawing up through your lower bandhas, and then exhale, just relax through them. Taking 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly moving yourself over to the side where you have your bent knee, your left knee. I've just got a hair malfunction here that I'm slowly fixing as I come back up out of the extensive amounts of dried grass. And coming over onto that left side, draw yourself up and come back to sit. And then just come to center. You can leave your props behind you, just shimmy forward slightly and elongate through that left side now, and the right side. And you're really opening again through this whole front region of your chest, dropping through that knee. Ah, that's lovely. It's such a great opening. And then coming to rest in stillness, just shimmy yourself back again so that your tailbone is in line with your support. Just bring that right heel into midline, and then if you just move that left foot behind you, just take a moment here to really position yourself. Feel your sit bones even on the earth. You can take your hands to your knees for a moment. Draw your spine long, relax your jaw, drop your chin to your chest. And on your next exhalation, just slowly lay yourself down onto your blocks. Some sides you'll find one side is tighter than the other, and if this is the case, just listen to your body and only go to where is comfortable. Our quads take so much of our strength and our tightness when we are spending a lot of time on the snow, and so they really lose their supplety and their length. And this is just a really great pose to start to bring length into this whole quad region and the whole hip flexor. And you'll find that when you're working on your balance postures and your core work that we were just doing before, the more length and strength we have in this region, the easier it is to engage these other muscles. 2 more deep breaths, and again, if you had your arms overhead on the other side, take them there, stretch yourself long, really open yourself to the universe. It sounds cheesy, but it's true. Just open yourself up. Take this openness with you through your day. Take it with you when you interact with people. Be open to opportunities. And then slowly rolling yourself over to the right side this time. Pressing up through that right hand, drawing that left leg around and just bringing them out in front of you and giving them a little wobble. Kind of dust off if you're practicing outside with me, which is lovely. And dusting that off. And then coming to bring our soles of our feet together. Again, drawing your spine long, taking them as far from your body as you would like. Then just slowly laying yourself forwards. Again, pausing when you find your sweet spot, taking a deep inhalation. And then just dropping deeper into this. This again is such a lovely hip opening, and it really works on our sacrum area. Opening through that pelvis, breathing into your sit bones, allowing them to spread. As you exhale, draw that navel in towards your spine. Make every breath a workout of your core. And then just allow your forehead to drop. And slowly, when you're ready, lifting your head, pressing through your hands, easing yourself up gently, moving any props that you might have to the side, and coming to lie on your back. Draw those knees in towards your chest. Really hug them in tight. Let's take them in a circle clockwise twice, and then let's go back the other way, anti-clockwise. Let's let that left leg drop down to the mat. Hug that right knee in, taking it out to the right side momentarily, and then back into center again. Let's just take a half happy baby here. So you can either take your arms behind on your hamstrings and just hug that leg in tight. Or if you prefer, take your right arm, wrap your forearm around your calf and take hold of the sole of your foot, and then just use your elbow to press into your hamstring and really open through that hip region. That ball and socket joint it's moving into positions that it's not used to, which is so great because you're breaking down all this cellular memory in your hip region. Inhaling deep into that hip and exhale out, abdomen to spine, diaphragm lifts, heart gets a massage. One more breath here. And then unwrapping that arm, drawing your knee in tight to your chest and just allowing it to fall over to your left side. And if you need to, bringing that earth up to your hand. So get your cushion or your block and just give it a little bit of support so that your arm can really relax into this pose. And then you'll find after a couple of breaths that you can shift that support to the side and just let that arm fall deep into the mat. These twists are just so good for our spine. Our spine is the first part of our body to lose its flexibility as we get older. So anything you can do to maintain rotation, just keep it rotated. So inhale yourself back to center, hug that knee in tight. And then just send it down to the mat. Take a moment to feel how much more open your right side is to your left. Draw that left knee into your chest. Let it go out to the left slightly for a moment. Then bring it back in. Take your half happy baby, wrapping that left arm around, tucking your elbow into your hamstring and just allowing the weight of your arm to really help that hip open, and using your right hand, press onto this right hip flexor just to keep it flat on the ground. Press through that sole of your foot to the sky. And then inhaling, exhale, navel to spine. Inhale deep to that hip flexor, unwrap that arm and take that left knee across the body, dropping it to the right hand side. You'll find again that one side is a lot more open than the other, and just acknowledge that. Every day is different, every part of your body is different, every cell is different depending on what you eat, what you drink. So you're going to feel different from day to day, or what side you slept on in bed. So just acknowledge it and breathe into it. Inhaling, just releasing that knee back to center. Hug it in tight, and let's just draw that right leg up to meet the left, and we'll take a full happy baby just to finish off today's practice. Take a rock from side to side, and just remember all of these postures we've done today are helping you work towards a calmer, clearer mind, a calmer, clearer body. The more you are open to what is happening around you and open to the differences in people, the more you will get from life. And we must continue to look at the world as a child does, in this happy baby pose. It's so apt to really think about the way that children are so accepting and open. And if we can take that with us in our day-to-day life, this kindness to ourselves and this kindness to other people, then the world will be a much happier place. So unwrap your arms, hug your knees in tight. Thank you, legs, for carrying me. Extend your legs long and just relax into this Shavasana. This is just the most wonderful part of your practice. Let your shoulder blades fall deep into the mat. Let your arms relax, your jaw relax. If you want a longer Shavasana, please click on my Shavasana link, and I will talk you through a 10-minute Shavasana. Otherwise, make sure you give yourself at least 5 minutes. And I thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a lovely day. Namaste.